Всем большой привет, Эйприл на связи, играем в Черное Зеркало 3. Давайте продолжим осматриваться от лица Валентины.
A stove. The shaft once led outside, so there was a shortcut then. That's not ordinary soil. Looks like there is tar mixed in with it. Somebody wanted to be sure. Could represent a scepter.
Давайте
The
перекрытие.
beams don't seem to be weight-bearing elements. But what are they for then? Perhaps they had damp cloth stretched across them
Oh.
because of the smoke that would always be coming from the alchemy experiments.
Немножко немецкого в нашу жизнь. Классно.
Adrian's shade needs a weapon to conquer
Внезапно.
Mordred. But I'm afraid that an ordinary blade isn't going to do the job. Mordred's already dead. And you can't pass a weapon through the mirror just like that. Wait, Adrian, what was that just now in Mordred's book about his sword?
It says, strange is the black stain on the blade. Since its contact with the other side, the black is spreading inexorably. And here, it appears that I have created a shade for it. That could mean that I could use it on the other side.
That's it. We need Mordred's sword.
Can't be all that difficult. Find a sword with a black stain.
I could give Adrian something to really slow his heartbeat down. Like a poison. Then, that would have to free Mordred's soul from Adrian's body. But then, Adrian's soul would be freed as well. And he'd die. It could be possible to resuscitate him with adrenaline. I will only have to give him a small shot into a vein soon after. At that time, Mordred wasn't in a position to do that. Nobody knew about adrenaline back then. Today, it's possible. It's dangerous for sure, but it's the only possibility I can see right now. I'd better not say anything about it to Adrian, for now.
Отлично.
I could then, but I'd better not.
Ну ладно.
A sublimation vessel for using in Athener, a special alchemist's oven. I've never seen such a good one before. Bellissima.
Мне интересно, это вот актриса озвучки, она действительно итальянка или нет, потому что звучит как-то вообще не очень похоже на итальянский акцент, вот если серьезно. Потому что, знаете, как вот, например, часто даже вот для, ну, не знаю, в фильмах, например, американских, допустим, да, берут каких-то тех же самых американцев, которые играют русских. Ну, якобы, да, то есть они говорят по-английски с очень жестким русским акцентом, но на самом деле они американцы, просто пародирующие таким образом русский акцент. Но мне кажется, здесь как-то, не знаю, озвучка не очень, вот у Валентины, по крайней мере, мне не нравится.
The book is open at the homunculus chapter. Is that a coincidence, or was Mordred busy creating an artificial life? Strange. Hacked out the stone wall and filled with groundwater. Ought to be drinkable. Only the lighting makes me a little suspicious. Even more cupels and serpentines. This is where Mordred mixed his recipes. But then it could add that I'd better not.
Так,
There's nothing to this.
а как она собирается это сделать, интересно?
Interesting stonemasonry. The
Объясните мне.
faces are supported by hands.
Я лучше не буду ему говорить, а как ты... Не понимаю. Так, подожди. А вот сюда можно пройти? Боже мой, я запуталась. Нет, туда. Потом, например, сюда. Ага. Подожди, здесь есть какие-нибудь...
This altar has some...
Ну хорошо, а вот он чего
Those are the
скажет?
same statues as in the room with the scales. That's what it is then. The Black Mirror, the Shade Portal. There's such an extraordinary attraction coming from it.
Ну он тоже говорил.
I'm able to see in my mind everything that happened on this altar. Having Mordred in your head eclipses any horror film, and I don't feel any revulsion. None at all. If Valentina doesn't come up with something soon, he's won. No, I have to pull myself together, or else all of our efforts are gonna be in vain. I wouldn't know what I might ask.
Угу. То есть он что-то здесь должен сделать или что?
Oh, a real witch's kitchen. Mordred. Что я вот серьезно, я очень слабо. Mordred's grave.
Я очень слабо понимаю, что нужно делать. Потому что, ну хорошо, Валентина, например. Но она опять же может просто
The
прокомментировать.
passage probably used to lead up to the altar.
Подожди. Вот если на Даррена Ну, на Эдриана, господи, я уже запуталась, как его называть, можно сфотографировать. Нет? Подождите. Боже, что мне делать? Ну пусть она смотрит
Mordred's
тогда.
remains. According to Mordred, he used the bones of the dead to bring their shades into this world and then keep them here. So, we could lure Mordred's shade out of Adrian by using his bones, just like he once did with that king. Adrian, we need Mordred's bones for the ritual. Can you do that?
Yeah? In one piece?
Just remember how they all go together, and then lay them on the altar in the same layout. Okay, I think I know how we're going to do this.
I can't wait.
Right. The Black Mirror seems to be a portal into another world. A kind of shade world. If a human dies anywhere near the portal, then a shade is born on the other side of the mirror. At the same time, there are two possibilities for that person's soul. If they were of pure heart, their soul shade remains behind the Black Mirror, and their soul...
Flies shade free up to heaven?
It's free, yes, but if that person was evil, then their soul is sucked from their shade into the mirror.
And then?
It's trapped. The souls in the mirror are slaves to the shades. They can become their instruments to be exploited.
Oh, that means that the shades are only evil if their soul was too.
Marcus was supposed to have battled his way through an army of shades before he killed his brother. Mordred has found out how to bring shades through the portal.
Okay, but Mordred's shade is already out. You can see that clearly from my reflection.
Correct. Therefore, his soul is more or less defenseless and alone behind the mirror and is just waiting until it can come through.
And that might happen if I touch the mirror. Is that it?
That, we don't want to find out. Therefore, we can bind Mordred's shade to his mortal remains. Doing that stops the shade from getting in our way, at least. And then your shade, Adrian, can take over Mordred's soul. Or even better, destroy it.
My shade? I thought a shade only comes into being when somebody dies.
You do have to die.
Okay. And why didn't you let me jump from the roof then? That would have been more comfortable.
Then you would be irretrievably dead. Adrian, I will resuscitate you. If your body shuts down for a few minutes, your soul will... How can I say this? Be free. I know there are plenty of near-death experience reports, which confirm this. A soul shade will generate simultaneously on the other side of the mirror.
Won't that cause some kind of brain damage?
Don't worry, Adrian. The human brain can get by for a few minutes without a heartbeat. Your soul will return to your body just as soon as you have a heartbeat again. It's not the first time I've come across this. Near-death experiences are usually what has happened when people believe that God has spoken to them.
Okay, and then? Is my soul shade supposed to strangle Mordred?
No. We know that Mordred has made the sword usable on the other side. To put it better, the soul-like mirror reflection. You'll take it to the other side and be able to kill Mordred's soul with it. Shades are stronger there than they are here.
Have I got this right? Souls are strong here, and the soul shades are weak?
Exactly, and the other way around too. Which means that Mordred's soul is very weak on the other side.
Well, that sounds like there's some absurd logic to it. And what's the story with Mordred's shade then?
We'll keep it outside the mirror using the bones, so that it can't cross over to defend his soul. After that, the same thing ought to happen to the shade that happens to a soul when the body dies.
It'll go back into the mirror.
But there would still be a problem.
Yeah?
You need Mordred's sword, and a part from the broken tip. I don't know where that is.
In the book, there was something about a blackness that came out from the sword, spreading itself even further.
Of course. That's why Greg and Steve had problems with that. The tea room, the fungus. There was a constant problem there with the damage, apparently, coming from the extinguishing water after the fire.
Then the sword has to be there. I'll go and get
Stop. You're not going to lay a hand on any kind of sword, and especially not one of Mordred's. I'll get it. I need to get the book from the library anyway. One about poisons. These down here are somewhat out of date.
it. And what am I supposed to do in the meantime?
You could lay out Mordred's skeleton on the altar. See you soon.
Да, она сказала, что он не должен прикасаться к мечу Мордреда. Давайте сфоткаем тогда, как он расположены кости, и тогда
There
уже...
are just too few pictures of you, Mordred.
Забавно.
I'll just take the big bones. All the bones from the hands and feet have already turned to dust. I hope that's not gonna upset Mordred's soul shade.
Как мило. Ладно. Очень-очень затянутая концовка и очень затянутые диалоги именно в конце. Особенно учитывая, что у нас здесь два персонажа. Конечно. Ну, не знаю. Так, значит... Я, кстати, так и не поняла, зачем. Давайте по приколу им напялим эти очки. Нет? Ну ладно. Так, сюда.
I'll put the bones down first, so it's easier to sort them. Right, so let's see how good my anatomical knowledge is.
Ага. Интересно. Ну тут хотя бы... Подожди, то есть его можно еще крутить. Еще раз так. Ну тут вроде вот это... Вроде как... Ну, вроде как. Я не вижу отсюда, но... Как-то странно они выглядят, если честно. Ну, посмотрите на это, что это такое. Зато плечи, наверное, да? Ну да, примерно здесь. Дальше косточки. Вот это ручки, вот это ножки. Или нет? Должны быть, по крайней мере, мне кажется, так. Ну, либо так, либо так. Я просто отсюда не вижу, как тут понять. Вот так, что ли? Так, тазовые у нас. Вот так вот как-то. Не знаю. Такая хорошая фотография, прям вот вообще. Ну вот, не знаю. Ну, если не получится, пропустим тогда. Когда ты... Не, ну тут не получается, тут это бред просто. Отличная фотография, прям вот все можно увидеть. Да, давайте, короче, пропустим. Я помню очень много жалоб на эту загадку, так и я ее помню, кстати говоря, тоже. Мне она тоже не нравилась.
Yep, that looks right. Now I just have to wait for Valentina. That ought to fit like that.
Ну, а Валентина чё? А, то есть мне самой надо, о боже. Мне самой нужно тут.
With a little imagination, you can see the fungus mark is in the shape of a sword. That has to be the right place. The wall's only being held together by wallpaper. The rest of it is totally rotten.
Посмотрим, что там.
One sword with a broken tip. Mordred's sword.
Все?
I still need a book about. After that, I'll go back to
Да-да-да.
Adrian. Hopefully, he was able to put Mordred's skeleton back together.
Да, теперь
I've got the
нужно.
sword. Have you done it?
Да, там же в библиотеке она хотела еще книжку найти.
Mordred's skeleton's lying ready on the altar.
Good. Are the bones lying like they were before?
Head at the top, legs at the bottom. I reckon so. Have we got everything we need?
Looks like it. The poison's ready as well.
Is it gonna hurt?
Probably not. It paralyzes the heart muscle, but don't worry. I've got a syringe full of adrenaline here to bring you back to the land of the living.
Sounds like one of Phil's torture experiments, with me taking the Ralph role.
It'll be okay, Darren. Put your trust in God. Now, I'm going to get the poison, and then we can get started. Poison. It slows down the circulation and then the heart stops. Pain-free. I've had to do this all rather quickly, unfortunately. But the books in the library say it ought to work.
А, ну все. Удивительно, что меня не попросили. Удивительно, что меня не попросили сделать яд. Так, давай. Душа Мордреда, лети к себе. В прошлое. Не
You have to
возвращайся.
drink this.
Wait, if I don't manage to finish off Mordred, what happens then?
You have to win. It's your only chance. If you don't manage it, he'll kill you and his soul will take over your body.
How are you gonna know if I've done it? What I mean is, when will you resuscitate me?
I'm going to have to give you the adrenaline within 5 minutes at the latest, or else you'll die. Adrian, you have to do it.
All right. Valentina,
Yes.
see you later.
Yes. See you later, Adrian.
Угу. Ладно.
Something's not right. Oh god, that's Mordred's soul. And that isn't Adrian's soul shade.
Ну да.
I think he's done it. I need to get him back quickly, or else he'll be gone forever.
Да, давай тогда.
Oh no, it's not working. Adrian! Adrian, come back!
Но если ты просто
Thank
будешь
God.
орать, это не
You're
поможет.
alive.
What happened? I feel sort of different.
You've beaten Mordred, and the curse along with him. You've done it.
Really? The curse is finally broken?
Yes. The last of the Gordons has done it. Let's get out of this place and never come back.
Да уж, было бы здорово.
And how are you getting on?
Pretty well, I think. I'm done with the main points. Now I just have to get everything across into the Book of the Guardians. Do you want to have a look for yourself?
If I may.
Here, I'm not sure about this last point.
Проклятие. Вскоре после ритуала Мордреда Маркусу пришлось сразиться... Подожди. Это я вот это должна читать, да? Вскоре после ритуала Мордреда Маркусу пришлось сразиться с армией теней, которых Мордред призвал в своих экспериментах. В битве Маркус убил своего брата, но при этом Мордред смертельно ранил Марию. Мордред смог выкрикнуть последнее проклятие, что закрепило маленькую часть его тени души в крови Маркуса и, следовательно, в крови Гордонов. Остаток тени его души остался за зеркалом, и его злая душа также поглотилась зеркалом. Для ритуала освобождения тени Мордреда нужно 5 душ, которые могут быть захвачены ключами душ. Они должны попасть в царство теней. Нужно пожертвовать кровь, и тогда тень Гордона поглощается. Если тень получит власть, она сделает все, чтобы заманить тело к зеркалу и освободить душу Мордреда. Мордред был уверен, что освободится довольно скоро, но чистые души Гордонов-хранителей непоколебимы во веки веков.
That's already a good beginning. When are you going to put it into the Book of the Guardians?
Not before I eat. Anyway, now I know what all those black balls were about.
I can't wait.
Mordred writes in his book that he had carried out a soul transfer ritual, but instead of all the bones, he had only used the skull and one black ball. The shade didn't go back into the mirror anymore after that, but always stayed close by the ball.
Then you can trap souls with these balls as well. To all intents and purposes, they can be thought of as the body, right?
It gets better. Here, with the help of the soul trapped in the ball, one can, to a certain extent, control the shade. He writes that he put a ball in his brother's bedchamber, under the bed, in the hope that the shade would rob his soul in the night. But that didn't work. He suggests that Marcus's soul was too pure for the shade. What do you think? You think there are still shades going around today, doing all their evil stuff?
I don't know. But if there are, then it's your job to stop them.
В смысле? Это все? Слушайте, я не уверена, что это на самом деле все. Посмотри. Смотрите, как здорово. Ага. Подожди, видео. Финал. Слушайте, давайте прервемся и тогда уже посмотрим бонусы. Хорошо? То есть давайте я вам говорю уже большое спасибо за просмотр. Надеюсь, все-таки вам нравится, и мы уже досмотрим бонусы в следующем, в заключительной серии с моим финальным мнением. Да, благодарю вас за просмотр и до скорого.